A meeting of longtime friends. That's how U.S. President Donald Trump described hosting his guest Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House on Monday. The Israeli Prime Minister is wildly popular among Trump supporters, who see him as a crucial defense hawk in a rather tough region. And Trump is equally adored by Netanyahu loyalists for, among other things, his controversial decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital, and his plan to move the U.S. embassy there later this year.
Many presidents were discussing whether or not to make that decision, and they promised it in their campaigns, but they never were able to do what they should have done, so I was able to do it.
Washington is a familiar stomping ground for Netanyahu, who just days ago in Israel was being questioned by police over corruption charges. On Monday, Israeli prosecutors announced a former Netanyahu spokesman had turned state's witness against his old boss, agreeing to hand over audio recordings of Netanyahu and his wife as part of an ongoing criminal investigation.
And we seek also to broaden that.
Netanyahu denies all wrong, and in Washington, the four-time prime minister said he was unfazed and focused on his visit.
Mr. President, I've been here for nearly 4 decades with seeking to build the American-Israel alliance. Under your leadership, it's never been stronger. And the people of Israel see your position on Jerusalem, they see your position on Iran, they see your magnificent defense of Israel and the truth in the United Nations.
The international community has largely condemned Trump's moves, warning they could potentially jeopardize the peace process. The president was confident he'll do the exact opposite.
The biggest difficulty that anybody's had, you look over 25 years, nobody could get past, number one, Jerusalem. They couldn't get past it. We've taken it off the table.
Firmly backing Netanyahu, Trump urged the Palestinians to come to the negotiating table, or he said there'll be no deal. On Tuesday, Netanyahu will speak before the powerful pro-Israel lobby AIPAC. The crowd at its annual gathering behind me will most certainly embrace him. The same can't be said about half of all Israelis. If Netanyahu wants to keep his job, his biggest challenge right now may be to be as popular there as he is here. Rowie Ruttenberg, CGTN in Washington.